we have done about different diseases, we have discussed about immunity, and after immunity, we had started with the disorders of the immune system. In disorders of the immune system, we have done a immunodeficiency disease also, which can be primary and secondary. Primary, we have studied about SID in short, okay? And then the secondary immunodeficiency disease, we have discussed about AIDS in detail, the structure of HIV virus, mode of infection of HIV virus, what is the testing that can be done for HIV virus, and what are the possible medications which although cannot treat but can elongate or extend the life of the diseased person. So this we had done, and then we had started with the next topic, that is cancers. See, why I told you why we have kept this topic separately, because cancers are not only caused, they are not caused by anything which enters any pathogen. We cannot relate it to a bacteria or a protozoa or a fungus. Although we have oncogenic viruses, but apart from pathogen or apart from this oncogenic virus, there can be number of other reasons, number of environmental factors, number of chemical factors or radiations that can cause cancers. Okay, too much of exposure to X-rays, gamma rays. When the atom bomb fell, so much amount of rays, harmful radiations, radioactive radiations were released that it result in cancers and mutations in so many people. Okay, so that means there can be number of radiations that can cause these cancers. So in order to understand why these cancers are caused and how these cancers are caused, we need to know about what are cancers and what are the types of cancers. Yes, Kunal?
And what type of mutations were caused?
What?
What type of mutations are caused by in
See,
that
number
nuclear
of
blast?
mutations depends upon. See, mutations are what? Mutations are any desirable or undesirable change in the sequence of DNA. DNA will lead to formation of RNA, and RNA will lead to the formation of protein.
Protein.
If DNA is changed, the protein will be changed. And if the protein is changed, its 3D structure is changed. The function will change. I told you number of times. Just remember, the intact 3D structure of a protein is very important for its function. If the structure changes, or because of changes in the sequence, or because of unfolding and refolding, the protein may lose its function or may change its function. Okay, so in mutation, what is happening? Mutation is any change in the DNA. It can lead to insertion also, it can lead to deletions also. Okay, any sequence of DNA deleted, the new sequence falls is producing a mutated form of, or a changed form of protein. Okay, most common type of mutation which is seen around us is because of UV radiations. That is also mutagenic. Okay, that is why it causes skin cancers. Okay, so mutation, what type of mutation is being called? TT dimer formation. We call it the TT dimer formation. That is, instead of combining, if suppose one T is in this strand of DNA and the other here would be A. If T is present here, another T is present here, instead of combining with the A of this strand, instead of forming a bond like this between the two strands, the two TTs combine with one another, and this bond breaks. Okay, so what happens? The TT dimer formation has occurred, because of which there is no contact at some places between the two strands of DNA, and these TTs, when they combine with one another, they do not participate, or proper RNA is not formed. Okay, so that is the most common type of mutation which we observe because of UV radiation. Whereas different mutagen have the ability to cause different types of mutation. You will study all this in higher classes. By higher classes means if you take a biotechnology or such courses, genetic engineering, then all these things are taught. Okay, so let us proceed. I was telling you about the types of cancers. We have studied that the cancers can be a benign cancer or a malignant cancer. Benign cancer and malignant cancers, the differences we have done. Let us see what we were doing. We were doing about the cancer cells. Cancer cells, what is the property of cancer cells? I told you there were certain properties like uncontrolled proliferation or division. Okay, extracellular growth factors not required. For all the normal growth of the body, growth factors are required. But if the growth factors are not there, and instead of the growth factors are not there, despite not having growth factors, the cells are constantly dividing. then it results in cancers. Outgrowth and ability to invade new sites or cells. So it has the ability, if suppose I told you contact inhibition is not there. If the organ is this big, then the cells, they protrude out. Okay, they do not grow till the level of the organ. They will protrude out of the organ and a tumor-like structure, and they will not follow the phenomena of contact inhibition. Other cells, they reach to the sides of the organ and stop growing further. Right? Even if division is taking place or repair is taking place, repair, I give you that example. If suppose I have a wound here, till where will my skin grow, till where will my cells grow? They will grow only to the level of this hand, if the cells are not cancerous cells. So again, after some time, the hand will become normal, flattened like this. The cells will not protrude out in the form of a tumor. But if suppose there were cancerous cells, a tumor will be formed, a raised surface will be formed, because they will not show contact inhibition, and they will overgrowth of cells will occur. And many of these cancer cells have the ability to move from their location to new sites and invade and convert new cells or new organ cells into cancer cells. Nucleus is irregular with abundant granules. So this is the morphological difference between a normal cell and a cancer cell. When we observe a cancer cell under a microscope, the nucleus is irregular. It is not a regular shape. A proper intact shape of nucleus is not there in the cancer cells. Plus, they appear very smooth in appearance. The normal human cells do not appear very smooth. They are sort of rough appearances there, but the cancer cells are more rounded in appearance. Rounded cells with an irregular nucleus. Cancer cells, a rough cell with a regular nucleus, a proper nucleus. They are normal cells. So this is why in biopsy, when we take out the sample, we observe them under a microscope and we find out their shape, their morphology. We grow them over a petri dish and see what type of growth they are showing. If they are showing contact inhibition, they are normal cells. And if they are not showing contact inhibition, they are heaping over one another, then they are cancerous cells. Okay. So increased number of lysosomes, reduction in mitochondria. So more and more lysosomes are there inside a cancer cell, and the number of mitochondria is very less because they do not mature. The maturity or differentiation does not occur. Their main function is divide, and burst other cells and enter inside and convert them into cancer cells. So generally the cancer cells have more number of lysosomes, suicidal bags of the cell, and less amount of mitochondria. They resist cell death and promote tumor formation. All the cells are subjected to death after a limited time. But the cancer cells have the ability to resist death, although every time they cannot stop it. But yes, they can resist death for a very long time. So the lifespan is much more than the normal cells. Okay, and because of which they promote tumor formation because of uncontrolled growth. Then as causes of cancer, before causes of cancer, I was telling you about the two types of cancer. We have done this yesterday: benign tumor and malignant tumor. Okay, benign tumor is also called as non-malignant or non-cancerous tumor. That means which cannot spread from one place to another. Okay, it remains in that site where it has been formed due to some reasons, but it does not go to blood, does not go to lymph, and does not start affecting other organs of the body. So that is why they are non-cancerous. They can simply, a surgery can be done and these tumors can be removed without any side effects. Okay, and very soon the person recovers. And limited damage to the body. Only where these tumors have grown, some damage may be caused to those organs on which these tumors have been grown, but they never migrate to other organs. So the damage to the body is very limited. Okay. Then is malignant tumors, which are also called as cancerous tumors. They show they slowly, initially they grow very slowly. Okay, and this phase is called as the latent phase. इसलिए काफी time के बाद cancers detect होते हैं. Okay, so it grows quickly later. एक बार spread कर गया, एक बार increase कर गई धीरे करके cells. तो उसके बाद जब some specific number of cells are formed, they start growing very fast. और उसके साथ they start coming out of their organs, going to blood and lymph, going to other organs also, and spread throughout the body. Generally, people who are in the fourth stage of their malignant tumor, उनकी almost पूरी body में cancer spread हो चुका होता है. Okay, and this ability to go from the organ, from the primary organ where they had initially initiated to other organs and develop a cancer there is known as metastasis. They can say develop secondary tumors. Okay, so these were the morphological and physiological properties of cancer cells. Now, what are the causes of cancer? What all things can cause cancer? I told you there are many things that can cause cancer. The first thing is the oncogenic transformation. Things that cause cancers are known as carcinogens. Just like those things which cause mutations are called as mutagens. The cancer, all the things that have the cancer causing ability are called carcinogens. Okay. So first carcinogen are oncogenic transformation, agents which bring about changes in genetic material. Oncogenic, that means the things that can cause changes. Transformation means a change in what? The genetic material. So all those change, all those things that can, all those chemicals, all those substances that can cause changes in the genetic structure, so that the genes that were causing the suppression of growth, they are not expressed. The genes that were causing division of cells, they are overexpressed. Okay, then what will happen? The cells will go on dividing very fast, resulting in tumors or cancers. Second is example is radiations and carcinogenic chemicals. Then is tumor promoters. They promote division of cells who have undergone oncogenic transformation. Okay, so after the cell comes in contact with oncogenic transformants, what happens? The tumor promoter starts getting produced in the body more. More growth factors start getting promoted, more hormones start getting promoted and getting secreted. And when these things are produced in large amount, more cell division will take place, resulting in tumors. Okay. Then is ट्यूमर वायरस, जिनको हम ऑन्कोजेनिक वायरसेस भी कहते हैं. ऑन्कोजेनिक मतलब जीन्स में ऐसे चेंज कर दे कि दैट कैन कॉज cancers. Oncogenic viruses, viruses that cause oncogenic transformation. Because we know viruses का mode of action क्या होता है. We have studied in AIDS. What happens when the virus enters inside the body? How does it enter inside? वो प्रोटीन कैप्सिड को तो बाहर छोड़ देता है, एनवेलप को बाहर छोड़ देता है, प्रोटीन कैप्सिड को बाहर छोड़ देता है. The only thing which enters inside is the nucleic acid. So once this nucleic acid enters inside, it goes and incorporates into the host genome. A very important step. वो जाके associate हो जाता है human DNA के साथ, अगर वो human virus है तो, ठीक है? Once it gets associated with the human genome, it can bring about certain changes in the genome, which increases the amount of growth promoter secretion, more amount of hormone production. So as a result, what will happen? ज़्यादा growth promoters, ज़्यादा hormone बनेंगे, वो cells बहुत ज़्यादा तेजी से divide करेंगी and cancers will result. Okay, example oncogenic viruses. There is one more. This is oncology is a study of the cancer cells. Is oncology. So there are other ways. This is one of the way in which we can divide the carcinogens. Either we can divide them on the basis of agents which cause changes in genetic material, the viruses that can cause changes in the material, or the tumor promoters. These tumor promoters are secreted as a result of these two factors only. अब ये हर book यही method नहीं follow करता. Some of the other books, they also follow another method of classifying viruses. So viruses can also be classified, carcinogens can also be classified as physical irritants, okay, chemical agents, radiations and biological agents. These are the appropriate लगता है classification सुनने में, but some book follow the earlier classification also. So the various carcinogens can either be a physical irritant, कोई ऐसी physical चीज which you are taking from outside, or the body is coming in contact from outside and it is causing irritation, as a response of which the cells start showing uncontrolled growth. So beetle chewing, too much of eating of beetle leaves, jagged teeth, the type of that is the teeth becomes just see, this is फिजिकल इरिटेंट्स में बहुत गुड एग्जांपल है the kangaris, which are carried by Kashmiris. So what happens in those kangaris, because you know how they wear those kangaris, how they carry those kangaris? Anybody has any idea? Anybody has any idea? You have seen that there's a dress of Kashmir or Jammu and Kashmir which is called as the Feran, and this Feran is nothing else but a very long and woolen kurta, just like a kurta, and it is worn by both males and females, and it is so very loose that it just hangs down your body, and then they take a wooden basket in which they keep the coals inside it. Inside they keep a mud pot. In the mud pot, they keep the burning coal pieces, and then they take those kangaris inside that ferret. They hold the kangaris inside the ferret, and that kangari keeps giving them warmth. Okay, so that is it is an age-old practice of Kashmiris, because it is very cold there. In order to keep themselves warm all the time, they are using this practice. But the problem with this practice is that coal is constantly producing the smoke, because when we are holding it inside our ferret, the amount of oxygen which is going inside is lesser. If oxygen goes inside lesser, coal will not produce carbon dioxide, it will produce carbon monoxide. And this excessive amount of carbon monoxide may act as an irritant and leads to skin cancer. So that is why the Kashmiris who have got abdominal skin cancer generally suffer from abdominal skin cancer. They carry kangaris. All those who carry kangaris suffer from, because it is held here near the abdomen. Okay, they suffer from abdominal skin cancer because they are coming in contact with a physical irritant. Apart from that, betel and tobacco chewing, what happens? It causes oral cancers. Then is heavy smoking, it causes lung cancer, and it may also cause oral cancers. Then is jagged teeth. I'll just give you the definition of jagged teeth. Okay, I'll give you the right definition of a jagged teeth. Just hold on for a minute. Jagged teeth. The jagged teeth are the teeth which are like the edge of a saw. Jagged teeth are the teeth which are they are like the edge of a jaw. The tip of teeth is harsh, rough, and uneven. Okay, the tip of the teeth is harsh, rough, and uneven. So all those people who have jagged teeth, because of maybe of the jagged teeth, the skin or the mouth, the oral cavity is constantly getting damaged because of these jagged teeth. So in people having jagged teeth, also it is seen that they suffer from oral cancer. So that is why all those who have a jagged teeth must visit a dentist and get the corrections done. They can be easily corrected by a dentist. Okay. So jagged teeth may also, that is physical irritant. That jagged teeth, that saw-like teeth is constantly irritating the skin of the mouth, and that is why it is causing cancers. Excessive exposure to sunlight. Okay, we know we are dependent on sunlight for vitamin D, but sunlight is also giving us UV radiations. And UV radiations, I told you, TT dimer formation, uncontrolled growth of cells, and skin cancers may be caused. Okay, so these are the physical irritants. Then is the chemical agents, the chemical substances which come in contact with our skin or which are taken by us inside our GI system. They can cause a large number of diseases. They can cause cancers in our body. For example, first is caffeine. You know, too much of coffee or tea. If we get habitual to too much of caffeine, then it can lead to cancers also. Then is nicotine. That is, all these caffeines and nicotines both are resulting in cancers. Products of combustion of coal and oil. So many substances which are produced from coal and oil, the byproduct of coal and oil, have the ability to cause cancers. Pesticides, too much of pesticides, biological magnification, you studied. Biological magnification, these pesticides, once they accumulated inside our body, they cannot be washed out. They cannot be removed metabolically. Okay, and if they get accumulated in large amount, it can lead to cancer. Then is radiations. There's nothing physical agent that is constantly coming in contact with our skin or our body. We are not taking in any chemical inside our body. We are not taking any chemical agent is not coming in contact with our skin. But some type of rays are falling on our skin. And these radiations can also be carcinogenic. For example, the X-rays, cosmic rays, UV rays, etc. So all these different types of rays, they have the ability to cause cancers. Okay, although they all may have different methods of causing cancers. I told you in graduation or post-graduation, you study about the method how cancers are caused by each of these rays. But at this level of 12, you must only understand, because you're not going into genetics in detail, that these have the ability to cause uncontrolled proliferation of cells resulting in cancer. Then is biological agents. Many biological living organisms can also cause cancers, like viruses. We just studied about oncogenic viruses. There are some parasites also which can cause different types of cancers. Excessive secretion of some hormones also causes cancers. Okay, so oncogenic viruses, jumping genes, which are also called as the troposomes. Okay, I am forgetting the name. Jumping genes basically are what genes? I forgot their other name right now. Jumping genes are present naturally inside our body. And why do we call them as jumping genes? Because they carry out a very funny thing. That is, they have the ability to move from one place to another. Suppose this is a piece of DNA, the jumping gene can break itself from this portion, go and attach to some other portion. So that it keeps jumping between the genome from one chromosome to another, or most commonly within one chromosome from one site to another site. They generally have this habit on their own. So these jumping genes can also lead to cancers if suppose they go and attach at a place where the gene for lowering down the cell division was present. The moment this gene goes and attaches itself between this gene, then what will happen? What happens? अगर एक intact gene के बीच में कोई दूसरी gene आ जाएगी, what will happen? This thing you have to understand. Because biotechnology chapter, when we'll study, this is something very, very important. I repeat, if suppose, let's take this marker. ठीक है, ये एक intact marker था, okay, और ये red marker जो है, this was a jumping gene. If suppose this marker, this gene breaks from the center और उसके बीच में ये gene आकर के attach हो, okay, अब ये marker तो खुद, we'll take a live example से समझते हैं, ये marker तो सूख जाएगा, it will become this. Okay, so what will happen? What happens when a gene breaks in between and a new gene comes and attaches? This old gene is not able to carry out its function. जब तक ये gene intact है, ये अपना function carry कर पाएगी. The moment this gene कहीं से भी बीच में break हो करके separate हो गई और उसके बीच में कोई भी और gene आ गई, what will happen? This gene will not be able to carry out its function. So if suppose this gene was the gene that was lowering down or controlling the number of cell division, कम कर रहा था rate of cell division को, और ये gene के break होने से एक jumping gene ने आकर के यहाँ पे associate कर लिया, ठीक है? Then what will happen? Now this gene, it is no longer intact, it will no longer be able to carry out its function. क्या the control on the division of cell, will it be practiced by the cell? जब वो gene ही नहीं है जो cell division को control में रख रही थी, lower down कर रही थी, so that all the divisions take place in a controlled manner. So what will happen? Uncontrolled growth of cells. Cells divide तो कर रही हैं, लेकिन उनको check करने वाला उनके division को कोई भी नहीं है. Okay? जब तक बातें होती हैं, teacher होती है, कम बातें होती हैं. टीचर बाहर गई, कोई चेक करने वाला नहीं, तो क्लास में क्या होता था? चेयर से उठ के हम टेबल पर आ जाते थे, हम बातें भी करने लगते थे और इतनी करने लगते थे कि मैम को कॉरिडोर के एंड तक सुनाई आता था. यस, सो व्हेन देयर इज नो चेक, अनकंट्रोल्ड ग्रोथ अकर्स. तो वही चीज होती है कि if jumping genes come and associate themselves in between an intact gene, the old gene loses its function. और अगर वो gene cell division को control करने वाली है, then that division, that control will not be there and cancers will reside. Oncogenes are some cancer causing genes. Sometimes अगर gene इस तरीके से modify हो जाए that it changes into an oncogene, और ये किसी भी वजह से हो सकता है, किसी वायरस के साथ incorporate होने से या किसी म्यूटेजन के प्रेजेंस में आने से उसका स्ट्रक्चर ऐसे चेंज हो गया कि अब वो ऑन्कोजीन, वो सेल डिवीजन को प्रमोट करने लगी वो जीन, तो सच ए जीन विल बी कॉल्ड एज ऑन्कोजीन्स. Tumor suppressor gene, the genes which keeps the cell division in control is tumor suppressor gene. Inhibition of this tumor suppressor gene leads to cause of cancer. Okay, then we come to detection of cancer. अब ये तो हो गया कि कैंसर कितने टाइप्स का होता है, कैंसर के लिए कौन कौन से एजेंट्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल होते हैं, उनको क्लासिफाई करने के कौन कौन से तरीके हैं. Fine. So 2 ways of classifying we have studied, and then we have to come to know कि अगर किसी को कैंसर है, okay, cells are showing uncontrolled growth, तो एक सिर्फ ट्यूमर को देख करके to find out whether this is a cancerous or this is malignant या benign, क्योंकि benign है तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, benign है तो हम उसको सिर्फ रिमूव कर देंगे, ठीक है, सर्जिकली उस सेल्स को वहां से रिमूव कर देंगे. बट इफ इट इज मैलिग्नेंट then the problem will occur, then a proper treatment has to be followed. Okay, so how do we find out whether the cancer cells are there or not and whether they are benign or malignant? First is biopsy. जहां पे हमें ये तो दिख रहा है कि यहाँ पर कोई raised mass of cell है, so that's the first indication, presence of raised mass of cell. Maybe it is not painful, but later it may become painful also. So a raised mass of cell which appears to protrude out from the body, that is the first indication. And now we remove some sample from this raised portion, and then we stain the cells and we examine them. उनको हमने stain करा और examine करा. क्या चीज examine करी? हमने 2 चीज examine करी. सबसे पहले हमने examine करा कि उनका outer surface कैसा है. Are they rough or are they very very smooth? क्या वो बहुत सर्कुलर एंड स्मूथ है? सर्कुलर एंड स्मूथ है मतलब वो कैंसरस है. और अगर वो रफ है, बहुत ज्यादा स्मूथ एक्सटीरियर नहीं है उनका, मींस दे कैन बी नॉर्मल सेल्स. दूसरी चीज हमने ऑब्जर्व करी कि व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. अगर न्यूक्लियस जो है वो बहुत डिस्टॉर्टेड सा न्यूक्लियस है, देन इट इज अ कैंसरस सेल. अगर बहुत इंटैक्ट प्रॉपर न्यूक्लियस है, देन इट इज अ नॉर्मल सेल. फिर इसके बाद हम और क्या देख सकते हैं? हम लाइसोसोम्स और माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का नंबर कंपेयर कर सकते हैं कि अगर लाइसोसोम्स बहुत ज्यादा है, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया बहुत कम है, तो इट इज अ कैंसरस सेल. लाइसोसोम्स कम है, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया सफिशिएंट नंबर में है, देन इट इज अ नॉर्मल सेल. ओके, तो एग्जामिन करके बायोप्सी से we remove the sample and we observe the cell under a microscope. साथ ही साथ we can also grow them on culture plate, I told you, और उसका sure shot चाहिए आपको solution कि yes, the cells which I have extracted are actually cancer cells, क्योंकि कैंसर का ट्रीटमेंट भी बहुत ज्यादा it takes toll on the patient's body. Okay, so इसलिए इतना easy नहीं होता कैंसर का ट्रीटमेंट करना. पूरे हेयर शेड हो जाते हैं, बॉडी में मैसिव वीकनेस आ जाती है. So it is easy to start, but it is very difficult for patient to tolerate that treatment. So अगर श्योर करना है, then again it can be grown on a culture plate and see whether they are following the phenomena of contact inhibition or not. Then next is MRI, that is magnetic resonance imaging. What is done? Magnetic rays detect pathological and physiological changes in living tissue. जो भी उनमें फिजियोलॉजिकल चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, कोई में ट्यूमर जैसी स्ट्रक्चर बन रहा है, ओके, और वो कंटिन्यूसली इंक्रीज हो रहा है, तो इट कैन बी डिटेक्टेड विद द हेल्प ऑफ एमआरआई. एमआरआई बताएगा ये नॉर्मल कंडीशन में तो ऐसा रीजंस और पैथोलॉजिकल रीजंस, किसी भी रीजन से जो भी चेंज आता है लिविंग टिश्यू में, उसको एमआरआई से डिटेक्ट किया जा सकता है. देन इज मैमोग्राफी, radiographic examination for breast cancers. So mammography is generally adopted for breast cancers, which is a very common nowadays, becoming a very common cancers in females. Okay, so radiographic examinations, radio waves की help से we can examine these breast cancers also. Then is monoclonal antibody. Now monoclonal antibodies के case में this we call it as in case of monoclonal antibodies, How do we detect cancers? Who will tell me what are monoclonal antibodies and how do we detect cancers from them? Yes. See, antibodies, we know they have the ability to bind to their specific antigen. ठीक है, अगर किसी एंटीबॉडी में, एंटीबॉडीज दो तरीके की होती है, मोनोक्लोनल और पॉलीक्लोनल. So if the antibody has the ability to bind to 2 or more than 2 types of antigens, we call it as a polyclonal antibody. ठीक है, and if the antibody has the ability to bind to only one specific type of antigen, we call it as monoclonal antibody. तो अब हमने क्या किया, हमने मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी बनाई और ये मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी कहाँ पे बाइंड करेगी? इट विल बाइंड टू द कैंसर स्पेसिफिक एंटीजन. जो कैंसर सेल्स के स्ट्रक्चर में जो चेंज आ जाता है, तो उसमें अगर कोई ऐसे एंटीजन अपीयर हो जाता है सेल मेम्ब्रेन के ऊपर, जिसके अगेंस्ट अगर हम एंटीबॉडी बना लें, तो हमें क्या करना है, सिर्फ सैंपल्स को निकालना है और फिर उसके बाद उसमें एंटीबॉडी डालनी है. और अगर वो एंटीजन प्रेजेंट है, मतलब उस एंटीजन वाली सेल भी प्रेजेंट होगी. एंटीजन वाली सेल प्रेजेंट है मतलब कि कैंसर भी होगा. So monoclonal antibodies can be used against cancer specific antigens to find out the presence of these cells, of such modified cells in the body. Okay, is it clear, Siddharth? Are you understanding? Okay, so these are the various methods for detection of cancer. Okay, then is treatment of cancer. अब जो treatment of cancer है, बोर्ड में इस पे पता नहीं कितनी बार क्वेश्चन. कैंसर में सबसे ज्यादा what I have come across is दो तरीके के क्वेश्चंस सबसे ज्यादा आते हैं. टाइप्स ऑफ कैंसर, बिनाइन है, मैलिग्नेंट है. ठीक है, दूसरा जो सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन आता है वो आता है ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ कैंसर पे. और एक और क्वेश्चन आ सकता है दैट द वेरियस एजेंट्स फॉर कैंसर, कौन कौन से टाइप ऑफ एजेंट्स होते हैं. तो उसमें सबसे ज्यादा अच्छा है इफ यू राइट अबाउट द फिजिकल, केमिकल, रेज एंड अबाउट दिस biological, what do we say, agents of cancer. Okay, so treatment of cancer, how do we treat cancer? We can divide the treatment of cancer into 4 types. First is surgery. इससे पहले कि कैंसर जिस टिश्यू में था, उस टिश्यू से वो ब्लड में जाकर के किसी और ऑर्गन तक पहुंचे, हम उस टिश्यू को ही रिमूव कर दें. ओके, तो जिस टिश्यू में कैंसर अभी है, उस टिश्यू को रिमूव कर दें, सो दैट इससे पहले कि वहां से सेल्स निकल के ब्लड में आए और ब्लड के थ्रू बाकी ऑर्गन्स में जाए. ठीक है, सो सर्जरी इज वन ऑफ द रीजन, बट इज वन ऑफ द ट्रीटमेंट. बट सर्जरी जनरली सबसे एंड में यूज किया जाता है. इट इज द लास्ट रिजॉर्ट. कभी भी डॉक्टर के कैंसर पेशेंट के आते के साथ ये नहीं कहता सर्जरी करा लो. ओके, व्हाट डज द डॉक्टर डू? डॉक्टर जनरली फॉलोज अ स्टेप वाइज प्रोसेस. सबसे पहले the person is given a chemotherapy. उसको कीमोथेरेपी दिया जाता है. एंटी कैंसर ड्रग्स उसको दिए जाते हैं, so that these drugs go and destroy the cancer causing cells inside the body. Okay, so chemotherapy, that is the chemical based therapy in which medicines are given, such medicines which have the ability to go and kill the cancer causing cell inside the body. Okay, लेकिन कीमोथेरेपी भी easy नहीं होती है. कीमोथेरेपी के भी बहुत सारे साइड इफेक्ट्स होते हैं. Why are there so many side effects? Because ये कैंसर सेल्स अल्टीमेटली आई कहाँ से? ये सेल्स तो हमारी अपनी बॉडी की थी ना, which on coming in contact with a physical irritant or a chemical irritant, वो कैंसर सेल्स में कन्वर्ट हो गई. तो अगर कोई सेल इन कैंसर, कोई मेडिसिन इन कैंसर सेल्स को मार सकती है, तो वो नॉर्मल सेल्स पर भी अपना इम्पैक्ट दिखा सकती है, इफेक्ट दिखा सकती है. Okay, so that is why chemotherapy के इतने ज़्यादा side effects होते हैं. It is not an easy therapy. Cancer treatment is not easy. Okay, administration of anti-cancer drugs. अगर chemotherapy से लगता है कि patient को कोई relief नहीं मिल रहा, then the person goes for radiotherapy. इसलिए आपने देखा होगा जिनकी chemotherapy चल रही होती है, उनको पूरा hair shed हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, इतना adverse effect होता है body पे. बहुत side effects हैं chemotherapy के. पूरा hair loss हो जाता है. Hair loss के अलावा excessive weakness of the body. Okay, digestion वगैरह सब कुछ इफेक्ट हो जाता है, because of the side effect of these drugs on the normal cells of the body. Then is radiotherapy. जिस पार्ट में, जिस ऑर्गन में या पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी में कैंसर है and has been proved कि हाँ MRI वगैरह से पता चल गया है कि इस पार्ट ऑफ द बॉडी में यहाँ पर कैंसर सेल्स आर प्रेजेंट, देन concentrated X-rays can be put on that, subjected on that particular area, so that उतनी दूर की जो सेल्स हैं वो डैमेज हो जाए, डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाए. एक्सरेज को जब कंसंट्रेट करके उस पार्ट पे डाला तो वहां पे उतनी दूर की सेल्स, all the cells become dead, and if those cells are cancer cells, then the आगे कैंसर स्प्रेड नहीं करेगा. Okay, so radiotherapy is the second type. Third is immunotherapy. Why I'm saying third है तो fourth, why I'm saying third, because generally first is chemotherapy, second step taken by doctors is radiotherapy, and then immunotherapy, और last resort होता है surgery. सर्जरी सबसे एंड में करते हैं जब कुछ भी सक्सेसफुल नहीं होता है. इम्यूनोथेरेपी, इट इज द बायोलॉजिकल रिस्पॉन्स मॉडिफायर अल्फा इंटरफेरॉन्स गिवन टू पेशेंट व्हिच एक्टिवेट्स द इम्यून सिस्टम. ऐसे सब्सटेंसेस बॉडी को दिए जाते हैं लाइक अल्फा इंटरफेरॉन्स व्हिच एक्टिवेट्स द इम्यून सिस्टम, जो कि इम्यून सिस्टम को ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग बनाएंगे, और आवर ओन इम्यून सिस्टम विल स्टार्ट किलिंग दीज cancer cells. ठीक है, so we are just boosting our immunity in order to make our immune system kill the cancer cells. Last surgery, removal of the cancerous tissue. ठीक है, that's all about cancers. Then is addiction, very important for adolescents of your age. What is addiction? Types of drugs which are taken, कितने तरीके के addictions होते हैं, and please this addiction is not given in proper form in your NCERTs. तो आप लोग यहाँ से side by side notes बनाते रहना. This कोई भी उन्होंने 3 तरीके से डिवाइड नहीं किया हुआ है, नो डिविजन्स आर गिवन, सिंपल उन्होंने बता दिया है, ओके ये है निकोटीन है, ये कोकेन है, ये इस ड्रग से मिलता है, ये इफेक्ट होता है, बट विल बी डूइंग देम इन अ प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस, सो दैट जब सीक्वेंस में करेंगे तो आधी चीजें अपने आप आपको मेमोराइज हो जाएंगी. ओके, सो दैट्स इट. आई थिंक द पीरियड गेट्स ओवर एट 11:30. yes, your period is over. Yes, students. Ma'am, this period gets over at